I joked with my boss on my birthday. "Will you marry me?" I said it with a laugh, a paper cup of coffee raised like a toast, the office humming around us. She didn't laugh back. She smiled, soft, surprised, and said, "What if I say yes?" And just like that, everything I thought I knew about my life tilted. Before the story pulls you any deeper, pause for a heartbeat. If you've ever wondered how one small moment can change everything, how courage hides inside jokes and how love sometimes waits in the least expected places, this story is for you. If it moves you, tap like, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us till the very end. Some stories don't just entertain, they remind us who we're brave enough to become. The day started ordinary. Too ordinary for a birthday. Rain smudged the city into gray streaks, and the office smelled like printer ink and burnt coffee. I had turned 30 that morning, an age that felt heavier than it should have, as if it carried a quiet question I'd been avoiding for years: is this it? Same commute, same desk, same safe dreams filed neatly away like old reports. My boss, her name was Mira, ran the company with calm precision. She was known for being fair, sharp, and distant in the way leaders often are when they've learned that closeness can be mistaken for weakness. She remembered details others forgot, though. Names. Birthdays. The way someone took their coffee. When she passed my desk that morning, she stopped and said, "Happy birthday." Just that. Simple. But it landed like warmth. We had worked together for 3 years. I told myself I admired her professionalism, her confidence, the way she listened more than she spoke. I never told myself the truth out loud. The truth was Messier. The truth was that every time she leaned over my desk to explain a project, my chest tightened. The truth was that I stayed late not for deadlines, but for the chance of one more conversation. At lunch, the team surprised me with a small cake. Someone joked about getting older. Someone else joked about promotions. I joked too, because that's what I did best, turn nerves into humor. When Mira came by to offer a polite slice of cake, I heard myself say it. The joke. The impossible sentence that would either vanish into laughter or explode into consequence. Her answer didn't explode. It lingered. "What if I say yes?" she said again, quieter this time, like she was testing the weight of the words. The room went silent in that way only embarrassment can create. Then laughter rushed in, awkward and relieving. Someone clapped. Someone teased. I laughed the loudest, face burning, and waved it off like a magician hiding a trick gone wrong. "See? Birthday confidence," I said. "Expires tomorrow." But Mira didn't walk away right after. She met my eyes, really met them, and for a moment the office disappeared. There was curiosity there. And something else. Something careful. That evening, she emailed me. Not about work. About coffee. The first challenge came disguised as policy. Company rules were clear about relationships, especially between management and employees. We both knew it. Over coffee, she said it out loud, laying it between us like a fragile glass. "I don't want to hurt your career," she said. "Or mine. Or the team." I nodded, pretending that logic made the knot in my chest smaller. It didn't. We agreed on boundaries. We agreed on caution. We agreed on time. Time, it turned out, was both enemy and ally. We talked more, not romantically, not yet, but honestly. About childhoods. About the pressure to succeed. About loneliness that doesn't look like loneliness because it's hidden behind competence. I learned she had once loved deeply and lost painfully, and that leadership had been her armor ever since. She learned I had spent years joking my way around fear, afraid that wanting more would make me seem ungrateful for what I already had. When rumors started, whispers about favoritism, sideways glances in meetings, it tested everything. Mira pulled back, professionally colder than ever. I felt foolish, exposed, like the punchline of my own joke. For weeks, we barely spoke. The office returned to gray. That was the lowest point. The part of the story where most people quit. Instead, I asked for a transfer to another department. It meant starting over, proving myself again, risking comfort for clarity. Mira tried to talk me out of it, not as a boss, but as someone afraid of what the distance might mean. I told her the truth then, without jokes. I need to know who I am without hiding, I said. And I need to know if this is real. The transfer was approved. The space did what space often does, it stripped away excuses. Without daily proximity, we chose each other deliberately. Slowly. Carefully. Dates that felt like conversations instead of sparks. Trust built not on adrenaline, but on consistency. Months later, on another rainy evening, we stood outside the same coffee shop where it had all begun. She looked at me and smiled that familiar, thoughtful smile. "You know," she said, "you never did answer my question." I laughed, softer this time. "I was joking," I said. Then I took a breath. But I'm not anymore. The proposal wasn't flashy. No crowd. No cameras. Just honesty, earned the hard way. She said yes, not as a surprise, but as a decision. As a promise made with eyes wide open. The message of this story isn't that jokes come true or that love ignores reality. It's that courage often sounds like laughter at first, because we're scared of being serious. It's that respect, patience, and growth can turn a risky moment into a meaningful life. And it's that sometimes, the bravest thing you can do on your birthday isn't to make a wish, but to speak one out loud. If this story resonated with you, if it reminded you of a moment you almost didn't take, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and carry this with you. Life changes in quiet sentences. Don't be afraid to say yours.